I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Chicago have been crying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years. And it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes, laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change. With your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for mayor for the city of Chicago.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
I'm going to vote for Mayor Willie Wilson because I think he would be awesome for the community. As she just said, I see him out there actively playing a role in other people's lives instead of sitting behind the desk or campaigning behind the window. He's actually out there putting in the footwork. I commend him for that because we already know society now, they need something to do. And if they need to follow the leader, which would be Willie Wilson, then they would do something positive. You see a lot of people sit down there on the corner because they have nothing to do. Nothing to do. Nobody can. So I believe we will make a change in all areas, aspects in their lives as well as my life. And I'm 57 years old, so I still need a leader. So I am willing to follow, as long as he's willing to lead and lead the right way. So I'm here to learn all I can by him and also help him win the votes.
But there's a long tradition of these types of voices of conscience. So I just immersed myself in the world of St. Sabina and spent time with Father Mike and his peacekeepers and the community there and tried to learn as much as I could.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, you know, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
My participation is only because of Mr. Spike Lee, our leader, our director, and he reached out to me and blessed me with the opportunity to be in this film and said that his mission was to save lives in the south side of Chicago.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, let me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
We are more than that. We are more than that. We're greater than that. And I feel like in places like this, or Chicago, or whatever you want to call it, the hood, whatever you want to call it, like, it's too much attention dwelled on the negative.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Hi, we're from Empire, and you're watching the Higher Learning Network.
So how long have you been standing here?
Not too long, like an hour. So we're moving in fast. This is a good sign.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
Latifah, and you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network.
Hi, my name is Orlando.
Hi, my name is Ken.
Hi, my name is Jose.
Hi, my name is Raimondo.
And hi, my name is Rorica. We're here supporting the Owens Owens EX Offender Banquet. I'm the vice president. We're here to win this race. Willie Wilson for candidate for mayor. So we need to look, y'all need to come on out. We need you guys' votes because he's finna be mayor.
Hi, I'm Denise, and we're here having an Ex Offenders Banquet, Owens Owens. This is Rorica Owens, and she is actually the president. We're celebrating Willie Wilson as a candidate for mayor. We're here to support him, so please come out. Join us. This is a free banquet, free music, free food, and free fun. Thank you.
Mr. Wilson. We finna come. Hold on, Mr. Wilson, take your picture. You stop here.
Yes. How you doing, sir? Okay.
That's Dr. Wilson. Like you on TV, baby.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Don't smile, smile.
Smile, yes you are.
I want them to see my good side. Jesus said, here I stand. Won't you please take my hand? And you said, I will tomorrow. Jesus said, I am here to provide for your needs. And you said, I will, but tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow, I'll give my life tomorrow. You better choose the Lord today. Oh, darling, it's so much easier to say tomorrow. I'll give my life tomorrow. You better choose the Lord today. For tomorrow very well might be too late. Hey, y'all, listen. I'm a dialysis patient. On the days that I do at dialysis, I'm real weak. But when my sister asked me to sing, I had to muster up every bit of energy that I possibly could to do this for her. I hear you crying. Give me my hug. I hear you.
Hey everybody, my name is Willie. I'm an ex-offender. Hey! Come on, y'all. All these ex-offenders, that's what this is about, man. That's right. I first off want to thank God, man, for all he's done for me, man. Some people look at me and don't believe that I was, I'm an ex-offender. I've been to jail, on drugs, all that stuff. I tell them that, and they look, you lying. I ain't lying. I don't look like I used to. I thank God for that. I thank God for the fellowship. Everything I stand for today, all the service that I do is just because of how I've been brought out. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that's still in the judicial system, anybody still caught up in that stuff, it's a way out. And I just want to share how I got out. Maybe I can touch you with it, and you can come out too. Because you know what? It ain't just for one person. It's for anybody that wants this, man. You know? But man, the streets, not far from me. I just want to share that with y'all. The streets, not far from me. I made decisions based off self, man, that landed me in jail time after time. And the system was set up to keep me in bondage. You know, I just want to thank God people like Mr. Willie Wilson that give and help the ex-offenders, man. I'm not just saying it because he's sitting there, man. That's right. You know, it's just the truth, and we need more people like that. We need more people to come out. You know what, if your heart ain't in, I tell people that open up these recovery houses, doing all this stuff, if your heart ain't in it, get out of it, man. Because you're dealing with people's lives, man. You're dealing with people's lives. And I tell you one thing, what I believe, God don't like ugly. And if you're doing that, you're going to get dealt with on that. But man, you know what? I know what it starts at. For me, it started in a broken home. I had 2 parents that drank. You know, I have older brothers, older siblings that used. I didn't have no role models, nothing like that to go after. And nobody showed me how to get out. So I had to turn to a power greater than myself to get out. But before that, I went in and out of jail, man. You know, I started using and drinking when I was 13 years old. Streets don't go by no age. None of that. So I went out there and I started that. I had nobody to lift me up, nobody to encourage me. The people that encouraged me were street people. You know, but I know today it's a way out. It's a way you can get out. How I got out, I just surrendered. You know, when all my scorecards read 0, my family didn't want to have nothing else to do with me, man. From the use, from my drug and alcohol use, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want to have nothing else to do with me, man. And that's a shame when your family turn their face on you. But we can turn our family against us at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. But I cried out, man. I never forget this, man. I had tried and tried again. Couldn't get a job. People telling me I couldn't get a job because I had a bad background. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lie. But they was keeping me like that by saying, you can't never get no job, man. Come on, hang out, man. And that's what I did, you know. And I hung out and just kept getting extras. I've never been to prison, but I stayed in and out of the county so much, the officers knew me when I came in. Back again, huh, Willie? Yeah, man, back again. So now, go on how you see it. Same deck on there. But it wasn't until I was faced with nothing at all, despair, you know what I'm saying? Low self-esteem, all those things. When I was faced, when I was on the ground, man, and I was sitting in front of my probation officer, and she was gonna send my talk sheet to the county for me to do my 5 years probation I had. But you know what? In front of that lady, I surrendered. Told her I couldn't stop using drugs. I couldn't stop smoking, couldn't stop drinking, none of it. And that's where my help came. I know it's a God above. It's God. It's something up there. I know it's God. But when I did that, man, my life changed. And you know what? The 25th of this month, I just celebrated 12 years without drinking. And you know what? I give all that to God upstairs, man. That's who did that. Once I surrendered, things started opening up for me, man. I went to court, started going to court, dropping clean. You know what I'm saying? I had a desire to stop drinking and getting high, man. Without that desire, I still would have been out there, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do better. And I seen the people that was telling me it wasn't no other way. It was a way out, man. I stopped listening to them. You know what I'm saying? I fought, man. Now I'll share this with y'all, man. You know, at the end of it, I still tried to use, and I found out why I was using on probation. Drugs and alcohol was just a small symptom of my problem. My problem was my thinking. That was my problem. I don't think like other people think. I can't take a drink and get up from the table. I can't smoke a hit off a joint, walk away, it's okay, I don't want no more. When I start, something happens to me. And what happens to me is I can't stop. And I drink and smoke myself in the ground in jail. So I knew that, and I knew I wanted to get better. I found that out on probation, man. Going in and out, clean, giving clean and dirty jobs. So, you know, at the end, you know what? My probation officer worked with me. She seen the problem that I had. And the problem came from a broken home. You know what I'm saying? Seeing my parents and how they interacted with each other. Seeing how my brothers and sisters interacted. Seeing how the neighbors interacted. The neighborhood I was living in. I seen that, and what I saw was messed up, man. And that's why I lived. That's why I lived, man. So when I got sober, I had to deal with those feelings and emotions. So they were telling me, you need to find a fellowship or some kind of 12-step program. Something, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. Because I was walking around sober, but I still had these issues, man. Still had the issues. So I went and got me some help, man. I went and got some help, and I found some things out about, I found some big chunks of truth out about myself. You know what I'm saying? I found out I had anger issues due to my upbringing. I found out that I had low self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Didn't think much of myself, you know what I'm saying? I found out I couldn't have a relationship with nobody around me because I took advantage of them off because of self. I tried to please myself all the time, 24 hours a day. So that was some work, man, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't easy. So I thank God for my probation officer. People say the system is broken, somewhat, but you have to work the system. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop blaming the system for my issues. It was me. I had to get some humility, man. I had to use the system for what it was worth, man. I started using it, man. You know what I'm saying? I started going to see the probation people. I started dropping. I started doing what they asked me to do. You know, and when I started doing it, doors open, man. Doors open for me, man. I busted up 30 days without drinking and using. That's a big thing for, I mean, you know, I don't know if nothing right, but that's a big thing with somebody that drank and got for 20, 30 years. That's a big thing. One day is a big thing. So I was just grateful to have that. So I put the work in. Then somebody said, you know what, man, you got to give back that was free, what was freely given to you. How I do that? Go tell people your story. How you did, how you got out, man. There's people still trapped in that, man. How you get out? Through surrender. Through doing what was necessary for me to stay clean, man, and stay on the right road. I ain't been in jail, man, over 12 years, man. I ain't know what. I used to see the police and go around through the alley, right? Now they say, how you doing, sir? And that seems strange to me. Nobody never said, how you doing, sir? I said, get away from me, bum. Across the street where they see me come, oh, well, there you go. You know, I don't do that no more. That don't happen to me. You know, and once I straightened my act up, man, you know, they told me I could never get a job while I was sober. They said, man, you know your background. I've been outside, I had a gun case. I had all kinds of stuff I had. But somebody told me, if you have faith and you believe, you can get that stuff sealed, expunged. I said, they won't do that for a drug addict like me. I said, man, just try and see. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't land a good job because of that. And that's what I hate about the system. It's hard to give a brother or a sister a chance when you get out. Just because you got an ex, because you've been in jail. I can't trust you. Why? Because you've been to jail, man. You smoke crack. Snort heroin. So I'm not finna hide you. And you've been to jail, you know. So that's what keeps people out, you know, out of the way. But for me, man, I went to the Brennan Green Eagle. Went upstairs, told lady my situation, man. They helped me. And the killing part about it, I've been sober about 6 years. So in the 6 years, she came and told me, she said, you know what, they want a paper trail. What you been doing these 6 years you've been sober? I said, well, I went back to school, got my high school diploma, went to college, stuff like that. Been working with some people, been going out speaking at county jail, stuff like that. So, you know, she said, well, give me that in writing. So I went in my folder and gave it to her. And show you how God worked. I didn't even have to go to court, man. The lady took my phone and called me one day. I was at work. And said, you know what? They finna take it. They finna seal it. Now you can go get a job anyway. Hey, man, look. When she said that, I took off, man. I went to every place I can go that wouldn't hire me at first. I had a choice. But one day I was on the bus, man, and I was riding. The guy got on the bus. He had a Rush University Medical Center coat on, the whole outfit. And I looked, I said, man, that'll look good on me, man. Because I quit saying I can't have it. But when I said, I went through the formality, filled the application, I did all that, and I was going to Harold Washington, man. I went back to school. So I was in school, and the lady called me for an interview. I've been working at Rush almost 4 years. Don't let nobody tell you that you're an ex-felon, ex-offender, whatever, and you can't get nothing. You bummed out. You will always be a loser. I'm telling you, that's a lie. I'm a living witness of it. You know what I'm saying? And how I do that, how I give back, is I go to the jails, different places like I'm doing now. And I got people that help me when I say I'm tired, don't want to do it, I got to go to work in the morning. They say, yeah, but somebody helped you when they had to go to work in the morning too, so go on over there and do that service work. So I'm just grateful, man, that I had the opportunity to have another chance. For all you ex-offenders out here, man, give yourself a hand. Good, right, Willie?
My name is Raj Singh. They call me the Passive Income Artiste. My website is thepassiveincomebook.com, and it's one thing to learn, but it's about the higher learning. You are tuned in to the Higher Learning Network. Boom!
I do want to say this before we move on, just as well as anybody. I'm real grateful to be out myself. You know, because of you guys, I've been able to come home. I came home in '94, and I opened up some programs. It didn't go well because I didn't do what I was supposed to be doing, but I was able to go into IDOC and women's program and men's program and volunteer, and now they trust me and they believe in me, and I'm able to help all over the world. Now, I don't have them houses like I used to have, but I got my heart. Amen. My heart still do what it do. That's why I'm grateful for you guys coming into my life. And then, Dr. Willie Wilson, we're going to do some things. Yeah, man. Praise the Lord. That's right. Y'all saw me turn all the way around? So, again, we got a young lady up here. I was supposed to be speaking, but I'm not. I got a plaque because I was the speaker, so just in case y'all be like, so why she get her plaque for nothing? She ain't do nothing. Because they asked me to put somebody else up here. And because they asked me to put her up here and they got to go, I'm going to still get my plaque and show them my plaque. Yeah, show my plaque. So while y'all been telling me, she didn't even speak, and she got a plaque for nothing. Oh, it's for something. Right? What's your name, baby? Yeah, what's your name? Carol. Carol, I was told to put you up here by Mr. Tito, who owned this place. And I don't want no problem out of him. And then you look real sexy, so we might as well put you up here. Because you look good. Now come on up here and say something. Don't be up here too long, because they got to go. But I need you to be sexy while you up here. Now come on here.
Hi everyone, my name is Carolyn Boyd.
Hey Carolyn!
I'm half Puerto Rican and half Irish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't look Irish, and I look all Hispanic. I was not prepared for this, so I guess I'm just going to, I'm going to tell you what I'm on a mission for. And before I tell you my mission, let me tell you where I've been. I won't make this long. In a quick story, my mother solicited me when I was 8 years old for money from my father, my stepfather. I was molested by 2 uncles simultaneously. With all the abuse, I ran away from home when I was 15, and I lived out in the streets until I was 18. I was a former addict, hooked on crack, and I got raped going to get some crack. And I ended up getting pregnant by my rapist, and I kept my daughter. I still used until I was 5 months pregnant. I decided that this was not the life for me, and I put my tail between my legs and went back home to the house where I was abused. I ended up going back to high school, graduating at 20, and from there, God changed my life. No, really, God really changed my life. I did not know, I didn't know of the Lord. I knew of him, but I didn't know him, and he was chasing me and chasing me. And to this very day, 26 years later, I am clean chasing him. 17 years ago, I had to give my life back to God and show him that I'm grateful for his mercy, for his grace, and in humility, I started an organization called Humble Hearts. I was able to save up 3 years of income tax checks, and I bought a home on Chicago West Side. 18 years later, I'm still there. So to continuously give back, I started feeding the homeless Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for 15 years. And in 17 years, while on route feeding the homeless, I have taken in 37 homeless people to live with me and my children. I've lost relationships. My children's been angry at me. Nonetheless, God's been very happy and proud of me. I am not government funded. I've done all this by getting off from welfare and working my butt off in a job, 9 to 5. And I funded my own organization. And I became a professional beggar. A lot of people do not give when you say I run my organization out of my home. But I've created miracles and shown proof what I've done. And Facebook is my begging place. I have over 10,000 followers who help me. And I'm trying to speed this up. So along in my trauma, I was diagnosed with a mental disorder. And I lived my life without anyone knowing that I have a mental disorder. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder from all the abuse that I endured. So after 5 years of therapy, God forgiving my abusers and forgiving myself, I am now on a mission to take everything that I've endured, all my victories, all my success, and start a young women's motivation mentoring group who struggle, who've been abused, who've been raped, who's been kicked to the side, and show them that when you don't give up, and even though the world is ugly sometimes, it really is filled with beautiful people. And miracles do happen. I'm a miracle, and I'm going to save lives. So, that's it. There's more. Follow me on Facebook. I'll share my story with you, but thank you so much.
Hi everyone, how's everybody doing here tonight? Thank you for coming out here and supporting Dr. Wilson. It's very important, everyone, to collaborate and get together. We need a change in the city of Chicago. So please roll up your sleeves, because y'all vote counts, and vote for Dr. Wilson. And I'm speaking on behalf of myself and La Casa Puertorriqueña, Owens and Owens, and everybody that put this together. I appreciate it, and I'm honored to have everybody here today. Happy Friday, and God bless everyone. And thank you for being here and supporting Dr. Wilson. Now,
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Neighborhood schools are the hearts of a community. It's where our kids learn, meet, and make friends. Friends they know in school and can associate with after school. It's why parents connect with other parents. Closing schools changes this and make our kids stranger in an unfamiliar neighborhood. Together, let's find a solution to reopen our schools and help them flourish.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.